The Dragon Ball Xenoverse series are one of, or maybe the greatest Dragon Ball games of all time. Xenoverse 1 sold about 3 million copies, Xenoverse 2 about 7 million, that's 10 million copies total. No series has ever even come close to touching that. We got Budokai Tenkaichi, we got BT2, BT3, and yet we still don't have a Xenoverse 3. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know Xenoverse 3 was trending on Twitter, and I believe that's because of the YouTuber Syriax, and I'm 100% with them. Listen, Xenoverse 2 is my favorite Dragon Ball game ever, my favorite, but at the same time, it's also one of the most flawed games I've ever played. There's issues from the netcode to the lack of real customization and so much more, but it's still just so good, and the premise and everything is amazing to me. It's not a true fighting game like Fighters, but at the same time, there's just a connection that one makes with that game that is different, and that's funny considering the online connection issues of the game. Since Xenoverse 3 was trending, I just want to talk about some things that we could get in Xenoverse 3, my hopes, wants, and needs. Like, oh, I need this. So the first and number one thing I need to talk about, and everyone will agree with me on, is the net code. We all know that we've played online battles, we've hopped in, and we've all seen how it's wishy-washy. Sometimes it wants to work, sometimes it wants to be like this.
There are supposed to be netcode fixes in this.
And honestly, that's unfair. Like, it took away from the lifespan of the game. A lot of people quit after, I don't know, a month or 2 months, maybe even a week because of these issues, but it could have been so much more. And I don't think it's a hard fix. That's what I don't understand. I do not think it's a hard fix. I understand it takes a lot of time, stress for the developers, but is it not worth it? In the end, listen, in those 2 games you made 10 million. Imagine what you could make if people actually enjoyed the netcode. Online battles, you would recommend it to all your friends. You would want to play online with your friends. Like, so I'm just saying, Dimps, you need to stop putting the minimal effort and actually just do it right, please. Now this is just another thing. Creative character transformations are really bad. Why are the Majins turning into Kid Buu? And the worst part is you turn into Kid Buu, but you don't even keep your own customization? Why is that a thing? You're telling me they couldn't have made a model where Kid Buu is wearing, I don't know, Dabura's clothes, anything? Like, it doesn't make sense. They focus mainly on the Saiyans. They gave them, how many transformations now? They have 1, 2, 3, they have God, Blue, and now they're also thinking about giving them UI, I think. Like, that's just not right. It doesn't make any sense. Why does the Frieza Force only have golden? Humans go on a damn flying Nimbus? Like, the giant form is dog shit. I'm sorry, Namekians, but the giant form is just dog shit. And I already told you about the boos. That's embarrassing. It's not right. There's so many different things they could do. Like, bro, Frieza Force. We have Frieza's final form. I want to smoothen out my, I want to look a little sleek. They already have the golden form in the game. Okay, cool. Add me, I don't know, maybe 100% form, something like that, or I don't know, just something different. Like, there's so much more options they could go with that. They just choose not to. Give us a metal form. I don't care. I know Cooler got it from the Big Getty Star or whatever it's called, but still, he's a part of Frieza's race and he got it. So give it to us. We can get Cooler's final form, something like that. Get bigger. Nope. Golden. And the fact of earning them as well, that's just so weird. Like, there's no merit to really earning them besides actually having the form. I want to feel something when I get this form. I want to have to work hard, but in the right ways, not do missions for Grand Elder Guru and he gives me a form all of a sudden. Like, it just appears in your inventory. That's not fun. I want to see myself maybe get it through the story, and I do something in the story, and then my character evolves, like, on some Pokemon type stuff. I really don't think that's too much to ask for. Environmental destructibility. Listen, the original Xenoverse came out on the PS3. 3, not 4, not 5, the 3. Okay, I understand it was kind of difficult on those consoles. Maybe it'll start lagging because you couldn't keep that up. We switched on to next gen, PS4, and it was still this issue because they decided to keep the game on both the PS3 and the PS4. Now we're on PS5, Xenoverse 3. If you can't handle I want to see a building get destroyed and stay destroyed. I want to make holes in the ground and still see them holes even if I'm fighting for 30 minutes later. You know what I mean? Like, is that so much to ask for? I don't think so. We're on PS5 now. There's so much crazier graphical things going on in different games nowadays, and you're telling me you can't handle that? Slightly changing the environment? Like, really? Is that so hard to ask? Key blast clashes. This is something where I'm like, okay, I don't need it, but like, it would be cool to see. A staple in Dragon Ball is what? Goku and Vegeta, Galley Gun Kamehameha, everything. I don't know, Kid Buu holding back the Spirit Bomb, all this stuff, it's always Ki Blast clashes. So why do we not have that in the game? After 2 installments, we still don't have it? That's a little weird to me. Like, I get the excuses, like, it's a game without cutscenes, everything is live, so like, it would be a little weird, but you can handle it. You guys are smart enough. And speaking of that, why do I need all these different Friezas filling up the character roster when I could just be Frieza first form and then have to transform through? Why is that so hard? Come on, you can do that. Cell, why is there to Cell perfect form, Cell first form? Just make, first of all, add second form Cell in there, please. Like, what are you doing? Add all forms of these characters. Like, even if you decide to not involve them in your story, like, you still need to put these characters. It just doesn't make sense to have Cell first form and perfect form. Why, second don't matter? It's weird. But off of that tangent, back to the Ki Blast clashes, like, I just don't understand why you can't do it. It's a staple in Dragon Ball and everybody wants to do it. It's just fun. Whether I have to come spin my joystick, I don't care. However you do it, just find a way to do it and implement it, right? I'm no developer, so I'm not gonna tell you how you can do it. I'm dumb, you know what I mean? But they can figure it out, and please, just do it. An overhauled story mode. So this is like, the Xenoverse story is getting a little, like, it's like over-chewed gum, you feel me? It's getting a little bland. I feel like if they did an overhauled story where you could maybe like choose your affiliation, whether I want to be with the Time Patrol or with the, I guess the Time Breakers, with Mira and Toa, just align with them, make bad decisions, make good decisions, and have something where I feel like I'm really affecting the events that's going on. Because really, you're more like just a guy in the story. Because at the moment, create a character, it's more like a gimmick where you're just a guy in there to be there. Like, you're doing a lot, but at the same time, you're not doing nothing. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, I love the create a character, so I'm not making fun of that, but I just feel like we could be doing more with it. I liked how they had, you could import your CAC from the original game into the Xenoverse 2. That was cool. That was fun. Do more stuff like that. Just feel like this is actually a world you're building and you're playing a part of it. So yeah, something like that. A lot of people have been asking for Dragon Ball Fighters 2, but honestly, I'd rather they just make a new game at that point. Cause Fighters, what could they really add that they can't do via patches? Fighters is damn near a perfect game already. What could they really do besides add more characters, maybe add more to the story, but nobody really plays the story of Fighters anyways, so there's nothing much that they could do. I'd rather they just stick to either Xenoverse and updating that series of games, or just make a new one. What could they really do with Fighters? They're not gonna change the engine. They could add new mechanics, but nothing really game breaking. New features, sure, but I just feel like there's a lot more reasons to make a new game, or just continue updating the Xenoverse series, because it has a lot more potential in my eyes. But I am a little biased. After all, it is my favorite game. But God bless, Xenoverse 3 is trending, so hopefully we can get Bandai's eyes on this hashtag. They most likely have seen it, but there's something under wraps. There's something coming. I can feel it. I need it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like if you want, subscribe if you need a new Xenoverse, because you know I'm gonna be there for that, you feel me? Hey, peace.
I've been laid down on the pavement, these niggas moving different, these bitches that like Satan, they wake up debating, ain't no more changing, my life's what I make it, I'ma keep chasing, I'm chasing a guy.